Everyone enjoys getting out on the town for some live music. And there's nothing like going backstage and down the hall for a VIP pass to the inside information and interviews with the bands, singers, and songwriters that you enjoy. Welcome to Hall Around Town Radio's Backstage Hall Pass, a showcase of homegrown talent, mixing independent music with personal interviews and a behind-the-scenes look at our music community. Backstage Hall Pass is your front row center seat to some great conversation with the area's most talented artists. Whether you like rock, blues, folk, country, or R&B, Backstage Hall Pass delivers you a daily dose of the stories behind the music. And now, here's the host of our show, Scott Hall.
Hey, everybody. Good afternoon, and welcome to Backstage Hall Pass. It is Tuesday, the 7th of December. Good to have you all with us today. Let's see who's checking in. Jay Clark out there. Top 5 Tuesday. We are here for that one. Yes, we are. Thank you, Jimmy Kilroy. Thanks for being here. Oh, we've got all kinds of good stuff to talk about today. Today, we're going to feature your musical artists that make you change the radio station, basically, when they come on. So that's where we're at. Happy Tuesday, Mr. Kevin McCoy. How are you? And if you all read our page earlier today, you would have noticed that, man, the votes came in hard and fast. When you put something on there that's negative, people jump all over it. They did, man. It was craziness. But let me see who we've got checking in here. Hi, Jamie Minnick. It should be entertaining. Hi, Glenn, on our YouTube channel. Thank you for checking in on YouTube, our one and only YouTube follower. Actually, we have a couple now, which is because Glenn gets on here every day, and we mentioned YouTube, I think. Hi, Quentin. How are you? From Ladder. What's going on, man? You doing all right? Hi, Julie Rossello. Welcome today. If you're out there, guys, say hi, please. Let us know who you are and where you're watching from and all that if you're new to the show. We're here today to talk about, talk about who you don't like. Yeah, musically. So when somebody comes on the old radio and you decide, I just don't want to listen to that artist. That's what we're going to talk about today. And you guys are going to roll the comments in. Jay Clark, where have you been living, my friend? Yes, we're on YouTube as well. We simulcast every day live on YouTube, on Hall Around Town Radio, and on Facebook. Yeah, Jay, you got to get out more, man. It's been going on for a long time. But thank you, Glenn, for checking in on YouTube today. And you can make comments on YouTube as well, and all those fun things. Quentin says he's cold. I agree. The weather is frightful. It is frightful. Hi, Gary. How are you? Well, yeah, you're going to know what people don't like. We had, I don't know, 50, 60 comments on it earlier today, I think. It's crazy. Went a little wild with people out there. Hi, Chris and Kenny. Thank you for stepping in today. And Kevin McCoy, thank you for subscribing to the YouTube channel, my friend. I appreciate you. Right back at you. And yes, Mike Bates in the house. How are you? Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. Gary Weber, is your fire delightful? How's your harmonica playing going, Gary? I haven't seen you in a while, man. You doing all right? Hope you're doing okay. All right. Well, we might as well get this party started. Get you to start rolling in your lists if you can. And if you can roll in your list today on basically who you don't like. That's what we're going to talk about. I'm catching up on a message here real quick that somebody decided to send me right when we started going live. Oh my. But yeah, we have tons of comments on that. So we'll get to that, but let's start with yours. And again, guys, don't forget, share the show when you get a chance after the show, if you will. Hit it on your page and remind people to hit the like button on Facebook for us. And also, once you hover over that like button, hit the subscribe button and get notified button so you know when we're live. If you haven't done that yet, you won't get notified. That's the new algorithm, how it's working. And God knows we need it right now because they have made such changes, sweeping changes, and along with our drama that we've had going on lately, in the book of face world. Let me say that so the computer doesn't catch it as well. And yeah, if you've been following us, we have some haters out there that want to get us shut down. So we're battling every day. I'm sending dispute messages back and saying, this is ridiculous. Quit slowing us down. Quit telling me you're not pushing our shows out when people can get on cuss and do whatever they want and get crazy. And they want to gig us for talking about a bar in Mainville. And then other people who like to try to ruin your happiness. That's how it works. Hi, Joyce. How are you today? Joyce O'Neill. Jay, you don't want to get into that. You really don't want to get into that on here. Trust me when I say that, because you never know who they might be and whose friends they might be, or your friends even. So we'll leave that alone today and just keep moving forward. How are you, Dave Worthington? Good to have you with us. And Joyce, it's good to see you, Joyce. Am I going to see you this week at all? You guys tied up? Or are you going to be around? We're having music trivia Wednesday night at Bell and the Bear, and tonight at Mr. Burroughs Tavern, we're doing regular trivia. So we'd love to see you there. And if you do stop in tonight at Burroughs, you can bring a couple pairs of kids' socks and drop them in the sock drive that's going on for Shoes for the Shoeless and get a free point. And then at Bell and the Bear, there are 2 barrels there. One, you can bring hats, gloves, and such for people if you want to drop them in there, or you can bring dog presents for the shelters, and they're going to deliver those. So that's kind of cool, and we'll give you a free point for those as well. I'll miss you, Joyce, for sure. We will. I know it's a busy time for everybody right now. It's a busy time for us. But yeah. Yes, Mike Bates, some people have many faces. You're right. I just, I crack up. I was having a discussion with somebody last night about the book of face, and we were talking about how interesting it is, the people that have really screwed up lives, and yet they get on there and it looks like all paradise and lovey-dovey and all this, and they're calling the cops once a week on each other and those kind of things. So pretty much craziness. But let's get going. What is your band, the one band, or you can give me a list of 5 if you want, give me your top 5 of artists who, when they come on the radio, solo artists, bands, whoever, when they come on the radio, they will make you change the station. And, a lot of us listen to XM now and all that, where you have a choice of going to stations that kind of meet your genre and all that. But just tell me who it is. I want to know who it is out there. If you guys can throw it in there, I would love to hear from you. And, we can, I don't know. I'm looking at some things online here that people wrote in today. So we'll look at some of those as well. But let me throw something up on the screen here, and we'll get to it. I'm waiting on your comments. There we go. Coming in now. Julie says, anything heavy metal. Well, Julie, I love 80s metal, if you want to call it that. Taylor Swift, Jay Clark throwing a vote in. Taylor got a lot of votes on a page today. She did. Dave Worthington, Elton John at Jethro Tull. Ooh, wow. Now there's something that'll be controversial because a lot of people love Elton John. I like Elton John. He doesn't make me turn off the radio. He doesn't. Your station will be stuck on anything Kiss. Really, Gary? I'm asking who you turn it off for, not who you turn it on for, because I know you're listening. If they had an all-day, all-Kiss channel, you'd be on it. And why doesn't Gene have that on XM? He owns everything else in the world. He might as well own XM, or at least his own channel on there. Tony says Bruce Springsteen. A lot of Springsteen votes earlier today on the page when we posted that we were going to be doing this. Ton of them. Yes, they did. Let's see what else we've got coming in here. Mike Bates throwing in the AC/DC, Nickelback, Limp Bizkit, Taylor Swift, and Billy Joel. And man, I like your list. Billy Joel, I would take off that list. And I like AC/DC, but the rest of them, I wouldn't disagree with you on that one for me. And if you're just joining us, guys, we're talking about the artist that you changed the station on, that you don't want to listen to. Come on, I know you got a bunch of them. How you doing, Scotty Long? Thanks for dropping in today. I'm going down the comments as they come in. Oh, Guns N' Roses, Harlan thrown out there. AC/DC getting another vote. That's interesting to me. Metallica, Rolling Stones. Yeah, so many people. It's like the Beatles. You're either a Beatles fanatic or you're like, you know. But there's not a lot of haters in there of the Beatles. But man, the Stones were getting some votes today too, which shocked me. AC/DC was the biggest shocker. There was a lot of people that don't like AC/DC. Somebody tell me why you don't like AC/DC in the comments, if you will. I'd love to know that because it was baffling my mind at how many people said that. Really, Dave Worthington, don't hold back, my friend. Don't hold back on that one. Yeah. Wow. Let's see what Jamie Minnick has to say. Oh, ouch for Lori. Yes, Rush. She would disown you as a friend, I think, at this point, if you said that when she was on here. Scotty Long says, Miley Cyrus. Scotty, you don't have a party in the USA, buddy. Come on, Miley. She's just misunderstood. Jimmy Kilroy says, boy bands, rap, and hip hop. There you go. He's lumping that one into specific categories. Yes. Mike Bates doesn't know why he hates AC/DC. That's interesting. I'd like to know. And Jace seconds the Rolling Stones. Yeah, Rolling Stones either love them or dislike them. I mean, there's not a lot of in between on that one either. In some ways, Chris and Kenny, what do you got to say today? Don't like hard metal or rap. Kenny doesn't like Huey Lewis. Oh, Kenny, Huey Lewis. Huey can't sing anymore. You know that? Yeah. Can't hear, I don't think, is what part of what the problem is. Scotty Long says overplayed. Well, I agree with that on Miley Cyrus. A lot of people, Miley virus. Love it. A lot of people don't like Miley Cyrus. Yes. And they weren't fans of Billy Ray either, but they all bought his record way back when, Achy Breaky Heart, and made him a gozillionaire. So, simple band, simple riffs, crappy vocals. Sound like crap live. Thank you, Mike Bates. There's your reason for not liking AC/DC. Joyce doesn't like the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Yeah, well, that's interesting. I don't like. I like the Red Hot Chili Pipers. If you've ever seen them, the bagpipe band, they're pretty cool. Oh, Barbara says Hole. Yeah, I would agree with that. I would put that on my list somewhere in the hundreds of bands that I don't want to listen to. Pearl Jam, yeah, another one for me. A lot of people love Pearl Jam, but Pearl Jam doesn't do it for me at all. I'm not there. Yeah. Jay says he can't hear. Huey can't hear anymore. That's what it was. And therefore he can't sing on key and all those things. Yes. Anything David Lee Roth tries to sing today, Gary says that's no shit. Did I say that out loud? Yeah, man, he's like Vince Neil today. Horrible. And he just sold out like 3 shows in Vegas. I mean, I guess it's people want to go laugh at him. I don't know. I mean, I loved David Lee Roth Van Halen, and he was cheesy as hell, but I loved him. And Kevin McCoy, come on. Yes, you can. You can. You're a super nice guy, but you can say who you turn off the radio on. Yes. Yeah, Cookie Monster Metal. There you go. That's an interesting way to put that, Mike Bates. I've never heard it called that, but that is really, yes, metal versus Cookie Monster Metal. Because, there's a lot of out there. There are. Modern country singer with a crappy fake Southern accent. Well, that's just the way it is. Country girls shake it for me. Uh-huh. Red Hot Chili Peppers. Yes. You have to see that group, Joyce. If they ever come around, if you like the bagpipes, Red Hot Chili Peppers they put on an incredible 2.5, 3 hour show. It's really good. Really good. Yes. Keep them coming, people. Tony Versello says Korn. He doesn't like that screamo music, I can tell. Yes, Joyce says, and Kevin says Luke Bryan. Yeah, well, Kevin McCoy, I just hope nobody ever compares your music to because it's new country to Luke Bryan. And I got to give Luke props. He's made a fortune. I mean, he really has. He's built an empire off of cheesy songs and not good ones. But somebody's buying the crap. They are. Somebody's buying it. You know they are. Dewey throwing in Five Finger Death Punch, Linkin Park, Disturbed. Okay. Well, you're entitled to your opinion. Don't say sorry, not sorry, or you don't even have to say you're sorry. Pantera, John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt throwing a vote in for. Okay. Overrated, overplayed. Mike Bates is saying yes. Kevin McCoy, Scotty Long giving you a vote. No, he's just kidding. He says, yeah, we love Kevin McCoy. We play his songs on here a bunch, and can't wait for when he's a big star and I get to drive his bus as long as I'm not too old by then. Love to do it. Joyce says Luke Bryan is gross. Don't hold back, Joyce. All right, guys, keep them coming. I want to know who you turned the radio off for. I will tell you one that I turned the radio off immediately for. And it's probably because they became political. I'm going to say that. I used to tolerate them, but I wasn't a huge fan. But now I will say the Dixie, whatever they are, the Chicks or whatever they're calling themselves today. Yeah. Dixie Chicks. Immediately hit the button, go to another station. You know, I don't turn the dial anymore. I just tap the button and go to another station. Joyce knows who I'm going to say because you probably played trivia with us with songs that you'd never hear on my playlist, right? Isn't that a fact? In fact, I've probably got that list here. I can probably pull that up in some fashion, but keep them coming, people. I want to hear from you. You're funny, Scotty Long. You are funny. Dixie Grannies. No, I'm not a fan of the Dixie Chicks. Vernon, there he is. Phil Collins could make you flip the dial. Really? That's interesting. Remind me to play some of that at trivia one night. It's like the guy that comes to music trivia that hates Steely Dan, and I play a whole Steely Dan set for him in between the rounds. Yes. Yeah, Natalie Main's in her big mouth. And you know what? I don't care what side of the political fence you're on. Don't get on stage and get freaking political, man. I've said it 1,000 times. It ruins your whole image. You're going to lose half your audience doing that. If you just shut up and sing, your audience wouldn't go away. And boy, Natalie Main's, I mean, if I were those other two girls, I'd have never stood behind her after she ran her mouth like that and ruined their career. That's just me. But I guess they were better friends than that. But, you know, Howard Stern can be controversial. And he gets away with it sometimes. But, you know, some people just should not do it. I'm seeing Taylor Swift getting a bunch of votes today. Bruce Springsteen is leading the pack. Thanks, Deb. Pink Floyd and Rush. Oh, another Rush vote. Somebody said on the page today about whiny artist, and Rush was one of them they threw in there. Barbara says Black Eyed Peas. Yeah, I wasn't a Fergie fan either. Nope. What do we got? Okay. Yeah, I agree. Some songs worse than others. Glenn is out there right now. Glenn, I haven't heard from you on the YouTube channel, but I'm going to say one that I've learned. It's an acquired taste, I guess. I've learned to tolerate it and listen to it, but I used to turn the radio off the minute Michael Bolton came on. And I know you just went to Michael Bolton's that front row the other night. Hats off to you. Everybody's got fans, you know, but I just, yeah. Vernon loves Steely Dan. I like Steely Dan as well. I think that's an incredible group. Yeah. And she did it in another country. Yeah, that's true. Natalie Maines. I mean, she did it. Jill says you too. Okay. I tend to agree with that. I'll tell you one that I turned the radio off for immediately, besides the Dixie Chicks, is the Doors. Go ahead. Throw things at me. I know there's a lot of Doors fans out there, but you can do it. Yep. Yeah, nobody comes to Mike. You're right. Nobody comes to hear music to hear somebody get political on stage. You want to do that? You know, go to a political rally, listen to whatever you want to hear. Yes. Yes. Gary says Howard Stern is a jackass. Okay, thank you, Gary. Don't hold back. Yeah, but Howard Stern made an empire off of being crude, rude, and unacceptable. So did George Carlin for a long time, and there's lots of people who've done it. Yeah, Luke Bryan and Glenn. I'm not asking you to be a hater, man. Is there just anybody that comes on the radio that you just turn the dial? That it's just not your thing? I mean, you can lump it up into a genre if you want. And a lot of people are saying rap and this and that, and I'll say, I grew up playing hip hop and rap music in the clubs when I was DJing in the clubs. And a lot of it was very popular, and you played it, and some of it was decent. It's turned into an absolute crap show right now. Uh, the rap music and this and that. But I mean, you can get me started on all that Travis Scott stuff and the rage stuff and all that. I mean, there's just things people try to do to be recognized and noticed. But it's just as we go here. I want to know. I mean, keep them coming, people. I want to know who you're talking about here. The Doors, one of mine. Dixie Chicks, I threw in there as one of mine as well. And I'll give you some more here in just a minute. Ooh, John Cougar Mellencamp. Interesting. You obviously don't like a chili dog outside the Tasty Freeze. No. Uh-uh. All right. Tony likes my Doors comment. Yeah, more agreement with the Doors. Yeah, I mean, Jim Morrison, rest his soul. Weird dude. Really weird dude. But it took weird dudes back in the 60s and 70s to make music. It did. Kara says Howard Stern's a good interviewer. Yeah. I love Joe Rogan. He's crude and rude sometimes. I like to watch him interview people. There's some great interviewers out there. I consider occasionally myself a decent interviewer whenever I get somebody on in Wednesday with the band and they don't cancel on me and piss me off, and then I quit doing it for a month just because I'm tired of dealing with people that cancel. Did I say that out loud? I did. There, I've ranted again. The Pretenders. Ooh, interesting, Kara. You'll get some haters for that. There's a lot of people that love them as well. George Carlin tells it like it is. 7 words you can't say on television. Well, now you can. But those back in the day, that was an interesting album. Richard Pryor, man, he was crude and rude. Let's see. Cowboy hat doesn't make you a country singer. Dave Worthington. Oh my. I need you on here for you need to be my comic writer. You got it down. Celine Dion. Well, Chris and Kenny, you beat me to the punch. There is my next one on my list. I would crawl through broken glass to choke out the person who ever gave her a record deal. Oh, Celine Dion. It's like nails on a chalkboard to me. Sorry. I know, Glenn, you're going to yell at me for being a hater. Shouldn't be a hater. Peace, love, and harmony. But there are just some people. Celine Dion's one of them. Oh, bad. Bad for me. Does anybody like Celine Dion? If you do, say it. I don't care if you like him. I just don't like him. Yes. Doesn't mind rap as long as it says something. Yeah, auto tune, all that. I mean, there's just all kinds of stuff going on in the hip hop world right now, and hip hop is hugely popular with the youths of today. Hip hop has become across political lines, across racial boundaries, anything. Hip hop has become a huge forum, and if you go every day on Friday, actually on Friday. Apple Music, Spotify, and those guys put out a list of new music for the week to listen to. And if you go listen to some of those new music forums, you will see that, gosh, I want to say maybe 60-70% of it is hip hop. And then the other part is country. And maybe like 0.1% will be a rock group, a new rock group. They've run out of them to bring new music out. I mean, like Greta Van Fleet and some of those that are coming out today are out there. They're ones that people say are popular, but I don't know. I have not, Jay. I'm gonna get to that this weekend. That's on my weekend list for sure. I want to watch it. And I'm not a Beatles fan either, but I will not turn off the radio when the Beatles songs come on because for one, you can learn a lot from Beatles music. Beatles music is well, it's timeless first of all, but it's if you listen to the simplicity of it, but yet the complexity of it, it's pretty cool. A lot of artists could probably learn if they would go back and study the Beatles a little bit when they're writing their own music because you didn't have to have the Rush type drumming. Obviously, Ringo Starr wasn't a Rush type drummer, but you didn't have to have a whole lot of chord progressions and all those things. They were simple songs. Joyce is not a Doors fan. Glenn is saying Christmas music is off his list. Yeah, and this time of year, one song I will turn off immediately is Mariah Carey's "All I Want for Christmas Is You." That one. Oh yeah. Oh no. No, 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 no. Overplay. Talk about overplayed. And she knocks people out of the Billboard charts every year with that song. I mean, obviously somebody likes it. Somebody likes it. All right, keep them coming today, guys. Not a Doors fan. Let's see. Watch Get Back with captions on, easier to understand. Thank you. I will remember that. Thank you so much, Kara, for that one. Yes, Carrie, are you cold? I'm cold. It's a cold day. I got to go load in for trivia too. It's going to be cold doing that tonight. But we're gonna play a little trivia at Mr. Burroughs tonight. Fish, don't get it. Vernon, I agree. But there's a lot of the era also, and I want to go back to somebody said Pearl Jam earlier. Pearl Jam wrote some very good songs, very poignant lyrics and all that, but that whole era of grunge to me was not my thing. That was another one that, grunge killed my hair bands. And I love my hair bands. Now, nothing gets any cheesier than She's My Cherry Pie, but, love it. Mike Bates says Carlin was a genius. Yes, I watched that one, Dewey. It's interesting. Again, and even bands that I'm not fans of, I will watch their stuff and try to learn from it because I'm a music freak and I like to watch music and I like to watch concerts and things like that. And somebody posted on the page last week, they watched Neil Diamond. They spent an evening with some friends and they all got out the iPad and started playing YouTube through the big screen TV and they were watching things and they watched a Neil Diamond show and that kind of stuff. They went back in time and that's kind of fun to do. I think that'd be good. Yeah, George Carlin was a genius. He was. What else? Adele. Yes. A lot of people said Adele. They're not Adele fans today on the page. And if you haven't seen that, go back and look at the post, guys, because there's like 60 comments. I can't begin to read them all today, but really cool stuff. And we're running out of time today, but I want you to keep them coming if you're out there. Please. Wow, that was an interesting sound. Could you hear that through there? Wow. Very interesting. I can hear it. Bob Dylan. Yeah, another one. Just you and me. Yeah, Bob Dylan. No. Kara's not a Cranberries fan. I'm not going to hate you, Karen Sue, because I'm not a Dylan fan either. Now, did he write great music? Yes. Wrote some great songs. Yes. Dave Worthington, where are you coming up with this crap today? Oh, you're killing me. Don't like Celine Dion, but love Adele. I don't mind Adele at all. And I'm with you on that one. I'm not a Celine Dion fan, but Adele does all right. And yes, it is snowing in the borough. It is here right outside the studio. As I look out my Accu window, want me to give it? Here's a look at Dayton area weather tonight. Partly dark with a chance of flurries. And it sucks. That's my weather forecast. Think I'd make it on the station? Probably not. All right, Julie's showing the snow. Yes. Vernon just completed Get Back as a huge Beatles fan. You found episode 1 exhausting. Okay. Well, I'm going to have to talk to you about that, Vernon. You're going to have to give me some clues about watching that. But we're definitely going to tune into it for sure. Okay. Mike Bates loved Adele at first. Yeah, it's interesting. And Who came up who was the first artist? Anybody know the first artist that came up with this new signature thing that the female vocalists have, this little accent they do with, their voice that they all sound the same, at least in pop music. It's kind of a little whiny drawl thing that goes on. It's weird, I don't know. Who came up with that first? Because 'Cause they're imitating somebody. Yes. Watch it while you're cooking. What do you think about Paul McCartney, Wonderful Christmas Time? Does the term hot poker come to mind, Vernon? Yes. All right, look at y'all. Man, you guys are throwing the comments. I appreciate it. I'm trying to get through all of them here. I'm also trying to get a minute to get to my let me see here if I can find it. I'm trying to get to that list of trivia things. Hmm. I don't know if I can find it. Probably not, but we'll see. We'll see. Let's see. Could that be it? That's it. I found it, Joyce. I did. So let me zoom in on that a little bit so I can see what I'm doing here. And then we'll get to the rest of your comments. And we got to bail out of here because I'm running long today. Long, long, long. We've been going on how many minutes? 31. That's too many. But let's see what Joyce has to say. Pearl Jam. Yeah. Yeah, that's he speaks from the soul. He does. And didn't some people said Nirvana earlier today on the page, and I found that interesting as well because so many people are Nirvana freaks. But would anybody know Nirvana if it weren't for MTV? Do you think Nirvana would have ever made it anywhere without MTV? That's a whole nother show. Kara doing the hating on Cardi B's WAP. We'll just say that. We'll just say that. Yes. STP, I loved them too. And yeah, they were some songs you just switch because they are overplayed. I agree with that. Even though they're good tunes, you just get sick of hearing them. And Chris Reese today said he didn't like the political song that Lee Greenwood did. Proud to be an American, God bless the USA, that one. Now, there's one that gets played a lot at the VF&Ws and places like that. It does. And there's a lot of patriotic anthems out there. And that's one that has kind of caught on after 9/11 and such with everybody. But I don't know. A lot of people hating on it too. So I don't know. All right. I got to keep moving here. We're running out of time. What else we got? Maggie song off makes you ball. Okay. Nasal slip twang thing. There we go. Chris Stapleton. Christina Aguilera, Scotty Long says, oh, I don't know. I like her. And not just because she's fairly decent looking, but I always liked her voice. I think she's got one of the greatest voices. But, her songs were definitely produced and that. But if I saw Madonna in the 80s in concert, and I can tell you she sucked. She was so produced in a studio because when she got on stage, she couldn't carry a tune in a bucket. She really couldn't. And that's bad. And, some people, Mariah Carey, people hating on the country too today. And I will tell you, I'm not into tractor rap or any of that, the new stuff, but I do like old school country and I was raised on that. So, like I said, before I knew how to spell Divorce because of the 8-track in the car, my mom and dad listened to Tammy Wynette. Yes. All right, let me get through the rest of these comments here, and I will give you the rest of mine. And these were songs that you'll always hear me turn off or you'll never hear on my playlist. And I'm going to run those down for you as my top list of the day. But I will put the Doors at number 1 on my list for sure, just so you know that. But here's Florida Georgia Line. That's one you can take and put out in the dumpster for me. Milli Vanilli for obvious reasons. It's too bad the people that actually did those songs couldn't be up front on the stage and look good enough to have done that, because they would have made big hits out of those songs. The songs were good. Just once you found out the truth about it, they lost their entire credibility with that one. Rather have Paper Jam. I'd rather have Strawberry Jam than Pearl Jam. I would. I really, really would. Says Halsey was very produced. Jill Drew says there's a lot of them that I think if they didn't have the studio, they'd be in trouble. John Mayer's another one that goes off my list. Gerardo with Rico Suave. If you hear that one come on the radio, hitting the button. Walk the Dinosaur by Was Not Was. That's another one that I can handle. And another one that became hugely popular for a while, Ricky Martin. I'll get some haters on that. People like Ricky Martin. No. Now, Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch, I love all day long, but not Ricky Martin. Paul McCartney, Ebony and Ivory, that's not one of my favorites. And, of course, The Doors in there. And I followed up with some Uncle Kracker and the Dixie Chicks and the rest. So you know how it is. So thank you for your input today, people. You've been very, very entertaining. And I've run out of time. I've got to get down to Mr. Burroughs Tavern for our evening of Tuesday trivia. Joyce says, not a fan of John Mayer. And you know what? I think John Mayer is extremely talented. I think, though, all his songs sound the same. I mean, it's like Celine. I mean, Celine can sing the phone book, but it would sound like Titanic theme. Yeah, it's just weird. And loves Metallica. Chris Casey says, can't stand their version of Turn the Page. Yeah, and some people should not do covers of good songs. That's an example of that, because Metallica is a great group and fantastically talented, but yeah, that's one they should have left in the world of Bob C. Or yeah, I mean, that's where it should have been. Yes, I'm just saying. Thank you, Joyce O'Neill. Thank you. Good luck at trivia. Take your sock donations. Thank you, Kara. Yeah, they're going to need those socks. We're going to stay warm tonight. Karen Sue, I hope to see you tomorrow night on a Wednesday night if you're free. Down at Bell and the Bear for trivia tomorrow night. Going to be fun. Name That Tune trivia tomorrow night. Bell and the Bear in Montgomery, 7:00 start time. Bring a gift for your pets or for the pets in the shelter, and bring hats or gloves. Also, you get a free point for that. Tonight, Mr. Burroughs, 7:00. Thanks for being here, guys. It's been a great, entertaining conversation today, and we appreciate y'all. And we'll see you next time as we bring you our next show here on All Around Town Radio. Don't forget, on Thursday, we do bring you every Thursday Who's Playing Out. It's brought to you by Froggies in Monroe, Ohio. Blocking a bridge from the casino. So we'll see you soon. Have a great night, everybody. Thanks for your contributions today. And go back and check out the page and look at some of the funny comments that were made today about who you would turn the radio off to. Good stuff. See you next time. Bye-bye.